Obafemi Awodesu and Isaac Wakatuya the back four. Rodriguez, Gonzalez, Valverde in the midfield. And then it's Isaiah Reed alongside two really young, exciting players in Steven Honor and Matteo Di Morelli. Austin is led by second-year head coach Brett Utley. Marcus Alstrup starts in goal, his 13th start this season. In front of him, Anthony Diondo, the captain, Salvatore Mazzaferro, alongside Antonio Gomez and Sheikh Torre. Biarohanga, Burton, Louis-Jean in the midfield. And then it's Farkerlin, Pino, and Fodry up top. And away we go from Shell Energy Stadium. Dynamo Dos this season, and Austin 2. West semis in 2022, West quarters last year. Di Morelli on the ball. Cross comes to the middle. It's headed towards the target, but cleared away. Kieran Sargent didn't get quite as much as he would have hoped on that one. And it was well defended by Austin. Mazzaferro was the one who kept it away from his keeper, Alstrup. Austin, meanwhile, in its second season of existence, and of course the champion last season. Another look at this build-up from Houston. You can see Sargent with his arms up, asking for it. Well defended by Austin. Sargent, the former Georgetown Hoya, signed with Houston as a homegrown player this past January. On the run. Sent into the area, trying to get it to Fodry. He has a chance. Ball is loose, and it's saved. DeFreitas Hansen absolutely laying out and just barely got a piece of it. Got caught well off his line here. And the big chance for Sebastian Pino. And then the follow-up opportunity for Biarohanga. And that was just put your arms out and hope for DeFreitas Hansen. And he makes a huge save. Sheikh Torre will take this corner now. Outswinging ball, it's low. First touch on it came from Sargent, back out to Torre. Sheikh Torre finds a little room on his right foot, sends it into the middle, cleared but not definitively. And Biarohanga takes over. Louis-Jean now gave it up. Shot deflected and wide, but it will be another corner for Austin. Good. Plays it short for Deanda. Sends it into the area, looking for a deflection off ahead. It was all the way out to the wide side of the pitch, and Fodry, he moves in with it, sends it in front, and it's headed just wide. What a chance for Sebastian Pino. And it was just outside the far post. Great ball here from Fodry, and Pino found a little bit of room in between those three orange jerseys and just couldn't quite put it on target. Got a lot on that ball, but we remain 0-0. Houston has certainly had the better of possession so far, but seems like Austin has made more of its time with the ball, at least through 26-plus minutes. They'll be off for 10 days. They won't play again until next Sunday, when they'll be home for one of the top teams in the Western Conference, North Texas. Di Morelli and Deanda in a sprint for it. Di Morelli got a touch to it. It's Di Morelli off the side of the cage. It was deflected by Deanda, so a corner coming. But finally, Di Morelli and Deanda, who had had so many confrontations so far that Deanda had won, Di Morelli got the better of this one, and it was just poked away at the last moment by Deanda. Corner for Houston. Second corner of the first half for Dynamo 2. Gonzalez sends it on, headed in! It's Awodesu, his second of the season, and a tie-breaking goal for Houston in the 36th. Look how Here's Kieran Sargent. Sends it into the area. Bounding ball was cleared away. Burton lays it off for Louis Jean. Bit of a miscommunication there and an intercept by Tate Lampman. Sargent now back for Lampman. Awodesu, the goal scorer for Jefferson Valverde. Signed a first-team contract with Dynamo on April 26th of this year, coming from his club in Quito, Ecuador. This is his fourth start with Dynamo Dos. Diego Gonzalez again, back for Lampman. Houston continue to possess. Gonzalez moving forward. Diego Gonzalez stopped by Alstrup. Gonzalez was moving forward. Nobody impeded his path, so he took the shot. And Alstrup, with strong hands, doesn't allow a rebound. Stephen Honor was there if there was one. First save tonight for Alstrup. Seems like that goal has buoyed Houston's momentum, though. Continuing to dominate play since the goal. Kieran Sargent now. A 1-0 win for Austin here in Houston in March. A 1-0 advantage. Gonzalez stops, though, and we should hear the whistle momentarily. Tate Lampman, and that'll do it for the first half. So Trevor Wiseman's whistle starts the proceedings in half number 2. Austin's been a second half group lately. 2 second half goals in their last match against Salt Lake to take a 2-0 win. Although Houston scored in the second half last weekend against Ventura County to equalize the match, which ended 1-1. So both teams have played pretty well coming out of the locker room lately. If you're just joining us, Austin is unbeaten in its last 5 matches, 4 ties, and then the win last match against Salt Lake. Houston, coming off that tie against Ventura County, got 1 point out of it after a 3-1 win in Minnesota on the final day of June. So both these teams riding point streaks coming in. We'll see if they both extend or just one. No subs at halftime for either head coach, so same players on the pitch. Good step forward there by Kieran Sargent. Sent all the way back down towards Steve Louis Jean. He was playing in the USPL before signing with Austin 2 prior to last year. Louis Jean, 25 appearances as part of that championship group for Austin 2 in its inaugural season in MLS Next Pro. Foul here against Louis Jean. A little slow to get up is Valverde. If somebody's able to get 3 points tonight, remember how tight the middle of the Western Conference is. If this result held, Houston and Austin would be tied on 18 points, which would be just 4 points out of a playoff spot, at least for the moment. If Houston, or I should say if Austin were able to come back and win this match, they would jump all the way up to 21 points, which would be only 1 point out of a playoff spot, and they would leap Portland from 10th to 9th. Gonzalez has a rip at it, but another save by Alstrup. 33, Omar Bolaños will enter and replace Jefferson Valverde. And then 36, David Garcia will come on. And we'll see who he will replace. It will be Steven Anor. Good touch. Ariano cuts back. Ariano! It was off the post. Rebound is in. No, offside. But let's see, Ariano's shot clearly off the post, right across the line. And then Burton just, unfortunately for him, was caught offside. And Torre. Here they come once again. Chipped ahead to the middle, strike is just wide. Nice. Here's Mazzaferro. Came from the college ranks himself, played at USF. And this looks like it'll be our second booking of the night, as Mazzaferro was taken down by David Garcia, who is shown a yellow. Second booking of the night against Houston, I should say. Austin had one in the first half as well. I think that's a good teaching moment. You saw Kenny Bundy talking with the 16-year-old Garcia, perhaps not worth taking a card when a defender's in his own end moving toward his own goal, but that could have been what Coach Bundy was reiterating to his young attacker. Cross comes in to the back post. Deonda back to the middle. It's a save. What a stop. DeFreitas Hansen keeps Houston ahead 1-0. Burton had the chance, and DeFreitas Hansen laid out and stopped it. Here's Deonda again, who had that wonderful service. Taken away from him by Finley. Sebastian Rodriguez. Finley had to stop for it, and he was fouled. And this is going to be a straight red. Wakatuya for Finley. Cross to the middle. It's nearly put in the own net by Mazzaferro instead of corner. Dangerous moment there. Remember, the goal tonight came off a corner for Houston, with Awodesu going aerial on a service from Diego Gonzalez. You see Gonzalez will serve again, but only two players stand inside the 18 at the moment. Now he sends it in. A strike, it's in! They've done it again! Dynamo dos, ahead 2-0, and David Garcia has his first professional goal. I'll tell you what, if it weren't a different player, you'd think it was the same goal. Sheikh Torre out wide with it. This is Abarca sending it into the area. Oh, DeFreitas Hansen again. Bonachero was sure he had a goal. And DeFreitas Hansen keeps the sheet clean. How good was that? Looked like he was just in midair for the longest time. Just got a fingertip on it. It remains 2-0. DeFreitas Hansen has had to make some special stops here in the second half. if he does get a shutout, it will be well-deserved. Abarca sends it in. Well handled by Dynamo Dos again. Sheikh Torre. 2-0, Houston defeat Austin. And they level the season series against their in-state rival and pick up a big 3 points at home here tonight.